Hey guys, it's me again. I'm Victoria Estrada and I'm the head sommelier of Dis&Dis. And today I'm going to explain you and show you how to decant wine and when do we need to decant wine. For sure, in some point of your life, you've seen wines being decanted. But how do you know when to decant wines? Do all the wines need to be decanted? And how long do we need to decant? All these kind of questions I'm going to answer today in today's episode of Wine Decanting. So here we have today a glass, a decanter. I've taken this one, it's like the common decanter. It's a crystal one. And here are some example of some wines. So the reasons to decant wine are very simple. Is to remove the sediments from the bottle that appear in the reductive aging. Reductive aging is when the bottle and the wine ages inside the bottle. So there are some sediments that may appear. So when we are serving a wine and then suddenly we see sediments, it's not bad, but it's not pleasant to see in our bottle or in our glass. So that's why we put the wine inside the decanter to remove these sediments. The second reason to decant wine is to aerate and oxygenate the wine so the aromas can be released and we can experience the full potential of the wine when it has entered in contact with the oxygen. So there are two main reasons: to remove the sediment and to aerate the wine. Not all the wines need to be decanted. It depends on various factors. For example, the vintage of the wine, if it's a red wine, a white wine, a rosé wine, and the grape variety and the type of wine. For example, if it's a full-bodied wine or a light-bodied wine. So these are the reasons to decant wine. In Spain, it's common to decant the red wines, the Crianza red wines, the Reserva red wines, and the Gran Reserva red wines, in order to remove, as we mentioned before, to remove the sediments from the bottle, so when we taste the wine, there are no sediments. It's not bad, as I mentioned before, to have sediments, but it's not pleasant in the eye. So only in the Crianza, which has aged in oak, or the Reserva or Gran Reserva. But in France, for example, they also decant white wines, because even though rarely white wines don't have sediments, almost never they have sediments, the decanter is good to express the full aromas of the white wine. So at the end, it's a little bit in your own personal experience. How to decant wine? It depends if you want to do it like a pro, like in a restaurant with experienced sommelier, or you want to do it back home with your friends and your loved ones. So if you want to do it like a pro, you would need the glass, the decanter, the bottle, and a lito. A lito is a white type of white napkin to clean the bottle. You would put a little bit of wine in the glass. You need to pour a little bit of wine into the glass, so you can pour it into the decanter in case there are some water drops or some dust, that this does not impact the quality of the wine. So first, you pour it a little bit. Need to be careful with the drops. Then you swirl it, so the aromas are full here, and the decanter takes the aromas of the wine. Because if you're using the same decanter with different wines, you don't want the aromas of the previous wine to impact your wine. So you turn a little bit, And then with this one, you put it back in the glass. So now that the decanter has the aromas and the properties of the wine that you are going to consume, you can put the full wine inside the decanter. So the proper way of serving it is taking the bottle with the right hand and the decanter with the left. In case you are right side handed, if you are left side handed, then it's the other way. So now you have the cutter. You need to be very, very careful of not moving the wine a lot because very old wines, we consider old wines of over 10 years. So you don't want to move a lot the decanter because otherwise it will have an impact on the quality of the wine. So you don't want that. So now you have already decanted the wine, and this one is the taste glass, so you don't taste this one. How long need wines to be decanted? So depending on the wine and on the grape variety and other properties of each individual bottle. So for example, old wines which are vintages older than 10 years, you don't want to decant them more than 30 minutes because then it will aerate a lot and then it will destroy well, not destroy, but it will have an impact on the wine, too much oxygen on the wine. Wines that are over 25 years old, then you really need to be very careful of not leaving your wine in the decanter too long. Then depends on the type of wine. For example, full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon or Malbec or Syrah. These are very full-bodied wines that you decant them so they can get to express themselves as well as oxygenate. So these type of wines would need around 30 minutes and up to 2 hours. But a medium-bodied Pinot Noir, for example, then I have to leave it as between 15 minutes and 30 minutes. So it depends a little bit on the grape variety, on the wine, and on the vintage. Also, sometimes with cheap wines, because people ask me, do we need to decant cheap wines? Well, sometimes decanting can enhance the quality of a wine because it allows the wine to express itself. So it's a very cheap wine and you want to make it a little bit better, then I would suggest to decant. I would only be very careful with old wines because too much decanting for old wines can have a negative impact on the wine. So I hope you liked my explanation about decanting and I hope you found it very useful. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments, leave it below the comments. Also, if you want to discover new wines, don't forget to visit our store, Dis&Dis.com, because you will find amazing wines that are very worthwhile trying. And we have very special offers there. Now we have special offers on 30% on some Spanish wines from Rioja, Ribera del Duero, Toro. So you can really get to know also and discover new wines. And always remember, even though we are all wine lovers, always drink wine in moderation. So see you later, wine lovers, and don't forget to subscribe to the video. Bye!